Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Thank you very much for the support I'm getting. Thank you for the people that are contributing comments. These comments are useful. These comments make people think. These comments maybe will make you change your plans because you haven't thought of things. I know they're helping me, so I know they're helping other people also. So thank you. Thank you for adding your comments. Don't be scared to add a comment because you don't want, you might be wrong. You might think you're wrong. You're not wrong. Add your comment so others can think about it also. I want to do a short little video on prisoners. People have asked, what do you do with prisoners? If there is no authority out there to turn the prisoner over to, or the bad person, what do? I do not know. There needs to be a distinction though between the guy that tries to sneak into your chicken coop and steal a few eggs. He does not bring a weapon with him. He doesn't offer resistance to you when he's caught. Contrasted this with the group of people out there that are predators. They are actively trying to shoot you, trying to kill you, to take what they want. There needs to be a distinction. The non-violent guy that's starving to death and the violent sociopath that is going to kill you. Make sure we have that distinction in. All right, let's say you catch some people trying to kill you. They were shooting at you, and by good luck, we have caught 3 or 4 guys. First thing we need to do is just like the police do. They immediately try to detain the person and they cuff them. This will protect your people. So you need to have a way to cuff these people. It needs to be thought out before, because if you get some prisoners and the people on the other end don't know your procedure, it's going to cause confusion. The confusion, the enemy could escape, or the enemy could overpower you and result in an injury or death for your guys. So this needs to be hammered out. If you're a security tactical coordinator, you need to make sure your people know what is the procedure for handling enemy prisoners of war or criminals, bad people. There's a lot of things you can do. You have to detain this person and make yourself safe. Big zip ties, get them Lowe's, Walmart, anywhere. Good thing to have. You can use these and detain people. You can go up a step further and buy the flex cuffs. Look online. I recommend this. You can't have enough of these. Also, a pair of cuffs are nice because you can take them on and off without having to cut them. Alright, we just caught these people. First thing we're going to do is we're going to have to restrain them in some way. We get them flex cuffed or tied, whatever we have. I would recommend to take either a sandbag, they work the best, put a sandbag over their head, take some duct tape and wrap around their ears and their eyes. Do not cover their nose and mouth. We do not want to kill them. What you're trying to do with this is you're going to disorient them. You're going to prove to them immediately that you are in charge and they are not in charge. I have been placed in this position, flex cuffed and bagged. It is not fun to be in that position. I felt bad, and I know these were all friendly people in a training environment. So I can imagine what they feel like with an enemy that's controlling you. So make sure your people know how to handle that. Make sure they're equipped to handle that. Also, you need to make sure you have an area that everyone knows. If they capture someone, they bring the prisoner to this area. Don't take the prisoner and march them right into your retreat or into your community. You don't want that. So pick a spot. Maybe you have a dog kennel that you could reinforce the top with some chain link fence and put it somewhere in the outskirts of your community so they don't have to come right in. And you say that's our prison. That's our detaining facility. It would not take much to construct one of those after a WROL situation, and then you can put the person in there. He's still flex cuffed. You shut the gate, throw a chain around it, boom. It's secure. You can watch him, so it's going to be very hard for him to try to escape. You need to make it as safe for your people as possible, because we're not all trained to handle prisoners. So the safer you can make it for your people, the better it is. All right, we grabbed our bad guys and we have them detained. What you need to do this is the military. We're going to use the same principle. If you've been in the military, you know this. Search. As soon as you get the guy cuffed, you're going to search him. You're going to take any weapons off of him, any information, maps, or any information of intel value you're going to take off of them. You're going to segregate, or you're going to separate them. The military separates enlisted from officers, civilians from military. In our situation, we're going to separate them so they can't talk. If they're separated and they can't talk, they can't plan an escape, and they feel more isolated, and they're more willing to talk to us when your intel person or your person in charge of security is talking to them. So that's what we want. You're going to silence them. You're going to tell them no talking. If they persist on talking, use your imagination and silence them. Next is speed. You're going to speed them to the rear. In the military, we speed to the rear. The reason is you might have a guy you just caught, and you might have a person in your community that's trying to get all the intel and to inform a plan that the enemy might do against you. So you want to take that person and you want him to be quickly brought to this person. Because it might be, the intel guy might be hearing stuff on the radio of an attack on your community. And then all of a sudden you catch a couple guys sneaking into your community. So he needs to talk to him immediately, because these guys might be a pre-invasion force, or guys that are trying to infiltrate before the main group attacks your community. So you need to speed him to the rear so he can be questioned. Next, safeguard. If you take a prisoner, you're responsible for that prisoner. It's just common sense. Maybe you take a prisoner and he's not guilty of what you think he did. So make sure, if he's cuffed and his hands are behind his back, you're going to have to assist him. If he falls forward, he could hurt himself, break his teeth, just anything. Safeguard him. It's your responsibility if you take a prisoner. So you're going to search him, you're going to separate him or segregate him, you're going to silence him, you're going to speed him to the rear so he can be questioned, and your responsibility to safeguard. I don't know the answer, what we're going to do with bad people in a WROL situation. Maybe there is some type of law enforcement, but they are scattered out, and they might only come through your area every once or twice a week. But there might be someone that you can turn them over to. Someone in authority. That's what I would recommend. That way you turn them over to them and maybe justice can be done. In a WROL situation, justice will probably be a summary execution. You know, if you're proven you're a looter or you were trying to kill someone, that's probably what it'll be. But if there is authority, turn them over to them. Let's just say there is no authority, and you caught guys that were actively trying to kill you. They're shooting at you, and they're definitely bad people. What do we do? Do we put them on trial? Put them in front of their peers and have a trial and tell them, hey, you can defend yourself. You're acting as your attorney or your lawyer. You can plead your case in front of these 12 people. That's probably the closest thing to our justice system. It's probably better than just taking them outside and execute them. But right now we're thinking with our minds that have normal, we can go to Bilo, we can go to Ingles, we can go to Winn-Dixie, we can go to Walmart, we can go anywhere and buy food, we can go to the movies. We're thinking with our today's brain, we have to think in a WROL situation. It will be a terrible thing. So maybe 2 months into a WROL situation, the kindest person now they would say, oh, we can't execute. He might be the first one to say, hey, he needs to die. We don't know. I hope I explained myself clearly. I hope I get some input back of what can we do with bad people. Thanks for watching.